TKW Warriors, I'm Jay King.
I'm TJ Hunter.
Coming to our 2020 Elimination Chamber predictions.
Every time we say 2020, that's such a weird year to say still. That is insane. 10 years since the Elimination Chamber first got its own pay-per-view. And Batista was on the post.
18 years since it debuted.
That's insane. Not only that it's been that long, but that we've been alive that long.
It's almost as old as me.
Alright. I'm not going to lie. This card could come out and be one of the best cards in WWE history.
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
I'm not hyped for it.
Finish your point.
I'm not hyped. A, they haven't built anything just because they had Super ShowDown. That takes precedent over everything. And B, I mean, there's no big matches to draw here. If they do this and they do have to go through with selling their pay-per-views again, no one's going to buy this. No one's going to buy this card. And I was like, it could be the best card in history. No one's going to buy it. They're just going to watch it because they already have the network.
Do you want to hear my theory / thinking thought process now?
Sure. Go ahead.
I think this is going to be one of the greatest pay-per-views in WWE history in terms of building to a WrestleMania.
Why do you say that?
The tag team Elimination Chamber. You have so many different options that you can go with. You can build to a fatal four-way, a triple threat with all teams that have history and have chemistry in the ring and have already been in the ring together. The Raw Women's Championship Elimination Chamber match is...
Stop there. Don't even talk about that. Why talk about it? Nothing's going to happen.
You can build rivalries for Shayna after she wins at Mania.
That's going to take a lot more than a chamber match. Their women's division,
not
especially
if it's the
on
person
Raw.
that Shayna starts with and she keeps screwing over the entire match. And it's the last person in there with her.
There's just
Alistair, AJ. I don't even have to talk about it. They've already started the build with Taker. Alistair can go anywhere from here, and getting a win over AJ Styles, if he does.
What I don't like, and it wasn't too damaging like Ricochet was, because he did have to go through Carl and Luke, but he took his first pinfall loss on the main roster in a throwaway match that could have just been saved for a jobber.
He took his first main roster loss in singles action.
Okay. They could have built that up.
To AJ Styles after he had already competed twice on the night. Think about it that way.
He's also a placeholder in a feud that's not even his. He's not even the main focus of this one-on-one match. The main focus is AJ and if Taker's going to do anything. Alistair, it could have been anybody in this match and they would have booked it the same because Alistair doesn't matter in this match. So I don't know why he's even in it.
This is going to be an amazing showing for Alistair, and people are going to be like, AJ Styles.
I hope. I was so ready for AJ versus Alistair on Raw.
I'm glad we didn't get it on Raw.
Until
people saw the magic.
Oh, look at the contract. It's Luke and Carl's. That means nobody at WWE knows how to look at contracts other than AJ Styles. Because they put He's a smart-ass man. They promoted this one-on-one match, and then it's fine. I'm sure it's going to be okay, as long as Alistair gets a good showing. Maybe one gong, Alistair still wins, he can recover.
I think Alistair wins clean because AJ's going to be constantly looking at the ramp, and Taker doesn't show.
That'd be all right. It still sucks that we're saying that Alistair could get a win just because someone else is going to happen. Either going to happen or not going to happen. But we're getting into predictions. So we're going to stop there, and we're going to go into, I guess we'll just keep talking about
Alistair and AJ. First match we'll talk about. I've spoken mine.
Right.
And I think it's going to be Alistair going over AJ Styles.
I'm going to say that too.
Because AJ doesn't need the momentum because I believe he's going to beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
See, you've always said this. It was the same with Seth Rollins. You don't need to win if you're going to win in the end. You can lose.
I don't think he's going to lose clean, though.
See, I think it's that's your thing with the Money in the Bank. You think you can lose, cash in, and you're good to go.
No.
You got to win.
I think that you can lose until people forget about you, in respectable losses that make sense and aren't just squashes, and it makes sense. Oh, he lost to him. Okay, that makes sense.
Or you take the money to make briefcase holder, you build him up, you win, keep that momentum going. When he cashes in, he's a credible world champion, not someone that's just lost all their matches.
I think you should
AJ
build world champions in the championship reign, not before. You don't always have to build before. You can build while they're champions.
Think about old WWE. Every single person we've ever talked about, he's the greatest to never hold the title. He's the greatest to never hold the titles because everybody was made, and then they would win the title. That's why WWE prospered so much.
Yeah, I know, but this isn't old WWE.
And that's why they're failing on every single accord. Because they're trying to make the reigns build people. They need to build people and then give them title reigns. That's where they're faltering. Is that they used to have stars, and then stars with titles. Now they just have people with titles and lower people. That's all it is anymore. Think about AEW. I know it's stupid to just compare, but you gotta think like Moxley was a star before he had the title. They're building Darby into a star. They're building Sammy into a star. They're building Jake Hager into a star. They're building the best friends into stars.
To be fair, they're building without a title because they don't have a title.
They have the world title. That's all you need. You don't have to have a mid-card title.
They need one.
No, they don't. No, you don't ever. If anything, that devalues the title because if you go after one singles title, that means you're the best singles guy. And in that entire company at that point. Everyone's got to try to fight and claw their way to get to you. Look at WWE. You got 4 singles titles that mean anything, and 2 of them are just given to people for no reason. And then you get defended in a match that we're going to talk about later tonight. And you don't ever need a mid-card title. That's why everything in AEW flows so nicely, because everyone's working towards a common goal. They're making that the old Intercontinental title.
Exactly.
But they're not. They don't need it. They were, in my opinion, they'd be better off without it.
I don't think so.
Name one reign that they were all good, yes, but that needed to happen. None of them. Why?
Because
Dream
Dream was a great championship feud, and it would have not have had the same effect for Dream or for Roddy if it
Why
had
not?
been for a title.
All you gotta do is build it right.
Keith Lee
didn't need it. You should have built him into the NXT title. If anything, the North American Championship is a downgrade from where he should be right now off of the momentum of Survivor Series. He should have taken out Adam Cole. I don't
agree with you.
You don't ever need
clash.
You don't ever need a mid card. Anyway, I'm going AJ Styles.
I'm going Alistair.
I'm going shenanigans. AJ's got to win. He's going against the freaking Undertaker at Mania. He's got to get some kind of momentum.
You don't have to carry momentum from just matches.
Anyway, on to the match I was referring to before. The dumbest match. And it's happened more than once. A 3-on-1 handicap match for the Intercontinental Championship.
Got potential.
It's going to be the most house showy SmackDown match on the entire card, I think. Braun Strowman defending the Intercontinental title against Shinsuke, Sammy, and Cesaro.
So
Why would you book
if
this?
Braun loses, is it 3-man Intercontinental Champion, or is
That's
it
why
one
it's
person that gets
they
the pin?
didn't specify.
I
That's
think
why
it'll be the one person that gets the pin.
But then you're gonna have this faction feuding with each other,
No, not necessarily.
which
Not
is
if
fine.
you're-
But they're not
looking at it.
They're
like a
not
New
telling
Day.
that story yet. It's just like shoving it in now. Braun's obviously winning this match. I'm going Braun. I don't see anything happening other than Braun winning.
Back to my point about building WrestleMania. I think it's going to be Braun pinning Shinsuke because Sammy walks out leading to Shinsuke Sammy at Mania.
That would be nice.
That would be amazing.
They don't need the title.
No, they won't. Braun will have it.
They don't. I know, but they don't even They didn't have to do this dumb match just to get to that match. Shinsuke could have lost 1-on-1. Sammy been mad like, why do you keep losing all the time and then go? That'd have made more sense.
I'm booking with what we have.
Okay. All right. So, a foregone conclusion, just like Brock and Ricochet was, the Raw Women's Elimination Chamber match. Let's see if I can remember who's in here. Shayna Baszler. Yay!
AKA Natalia.
the Riot Squad, which I'm kind of intrigued with those three, what they're going to do.
No, they're not. You got to put some respect on their name. Liv freaking Morgan, Ruby Riot, and Sarah Knock Your Ass Out Logan.
I'm still intrigued with what they're going to do because I think they might be the first. Two of them will be the first two, and then I think the other one will come in. I think that'll be a pretty cool image.
Liv and Ruby will be the first two.
And
if
Asuka,
not, Ruby and Shayna,
who they're kind of rebuilding right now.
They are.
But they have this crutch and this anchor that's holding her down that's called the Women's Tag Team Division. They can't put her in these promising roles because then they're just, what are they going to do with Kyrie? And they got to book Asuka with Kyrie. So if anything right now, the Women's Tag Team Championship being in existence,
it's a hindrance.
It's holding Kyrie and Asuka right now.
Because think about it this way. The only reason that people did not pick Asuka to win that Raw Women's Championship is because of the white strap on her fucking shoulder.
Yeah, they were. Everyone knew they weren't. The story.
But
because
I do have one thing to say. WWE did it right in booking Asuka to lose to Becky because they still kept her strong.
Well, that and that's where the story was leading. Sometimes you just got to follow the story. There's no sense in swerves every single time. So, like, I still would have picked Becky without the title, but it would have been a little more intriguing had Asuka not been in a tag team. Anyway, Shayna is obviously winning this match. This is just like the SmackDown men's match. They shouldn't have even done this match. Shayna's winning.
Yes, Shayna is winning, but on a more intriguing note, who would you pick if Shayna wasn't in the match?
Who would I put in there? Who would I pick to win?
Who would you pick to win?
Oh, Ruby.
I'd put Lana in and I would pick Ruby.
Because, I mean...
Ooh, I'd put Kyrie in and I would pick Ruby.
Because Sarah could have... Sarah's either going to go with Ruby or with Liv, and then you'd have a good little tag team battle going on to keep the chamber going. I like when they do multiple storylines in the chamber, because then that
They're
gets...
doing a storyline in the chamber. Ruby and Sarah are going to work together to eliminate Asuka, and Ruby and Sarah are winning the title of Mania.
Huh. What about Sarah and Liv?
I don't think... Liv is face. Sarah's more of a
I
heel.
don't know. Sarah seemed kind of face on Raw a little bit, especially at the end.
Nobody's going to want to cheer her, though.
I guess that's true. All right, moving on.
She's more of a... Like, she's not a Viking Raider. She's not like Eric. She can't be a badass face. She's more of a...
She can be.
Heel.
She's literally married to him.
No, I know.
Put her with him.
No.
Put her with him. That'd be great.
Not sensational Sherry. She's got the same face, but she's not her.
All right.
But Shayna is winning.
Now, what I think is a sleeper hit for this card, Andrade.
It's a sleeper hit on every 17 cards that it's been on, but it's still great and the story's not stale.
Andrade defending the United States Championship against Humberto Carrillo. I've got Humberto Carrillo.
Yep. No.
He has lost and lost and lost and lost and then lost again. And then Garza came in and they lost to Garza.
They should not have booked this match on
He lost to Garza. And then he lost to Garza again. And then he lost to Garza at Super ShowDown.
It's always by dubious means. They won on Raw.
I'm basing this on the reports that Andrade was supposed to lose a title pretty soon after coming back. So I think this is it.
But Mania is soon after he came back, and I think he's losing it at Mania.
I could still see that four-way, Garza, Andrade, Humberto, and Ray. And then just...
I'm going with Humberto, and I think he's going to retain at Mania. Because he's getting his Mania moment.
You think so?
I think he's going to retain it, though. So I'm going Humberto Carrillo.
All right. Now, the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Match of the night on Raw, honestly, I think, in my opinion. The crowd was so into this win. Street Profits defending the Raw Tag Team Championships against Seth Rollins and Murphy. And Street Profits are winning.
King Taz!
I think Street Profits are winning, and they're going on to lose to AOP.
We want to smoke.
We want to smoke. We want to smoke. We want to smoke. We want to smoke. We want to smoke. Okay, all right, calm down. We know who you're going for.
They're getting to smoke a chamber. I'm going with Street Profits. But I think it's going to lead to a more intriguing WrestleMania match than you think. I think it's going to be Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins versus the Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders versus the AOP.
That would
in
be
a
cool.
ladder match.
That would be cool, but then would you have a turn? Would you have Rollins help AOP get the Raw tag titles because he kind of screwed them over even though they were the actual tag team?
I would have the Street Profits retain and then feud with the AOP and them.
So do you think they're going to do Four Horsemen, Evolution, Undisputed Era, put all the titles on Seth and AOP and Murphy.
I think they're going to try to do that, but Murphy won't get the job done and get cut.
Really? I was going to go, well, I don't want Seth to be the face. I was going to just say, yes, have Drew lose at SummerSlam, have everyone have titles except for Seth going into SummerSlam, and Seth be the last one. I don't know that I want Drew's reign to end that quick, though.
But 6-month reign.
Yeah, and then, I mean, after Brock, I mean, I know in the Attitude Era...
I don't want a long reign, but I want a long reign.
Like, in the Attitude Era, they hop-tailed every title around. I think after a 6-month reign, you give to Seth 3-month reign or something, and then you give it to someone else. I think that would be
Ricochet
good...
or Drew after Seth.
After Seth?
Hear me out. Like, Kofi...
I'd be fine with Drew.
Kofi had his 6-month reign.
Uh-huh.
Brock's not even at 6 months yet.
Okay.
I think Drew could go a year and a half with it and be fine. And the crowd would never get stale on him because he could always turn heel.
He doesn't ever need to turn heel.
No, but CM Punk didn't ever need to turn heel again either. But he did.
Punk did, not because of him, because of his surroundings.
Yes, I know.
Drew, though.
Drew is adaptable. He can adapt to his surroundings. And if you put him up against somebody like Ricochet or Humberto Carrillo or whoever else you want to put in there that's an over babyface that the crowd will get more behind than Drew after they think he's gone stale, and then he turns heel, beats their ass, and carries it all the way to Extreme Rules of 2021, and then loses it in an unexpected loss.
That'd be fine. I also want Drew to become a multiple-time world champion, which means he's gonna lose it eventually.
As did I Kofi, but I don't see that happening anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of a bitter topic to talk about. Speaking of Kofi Kingston, what I think is going to be the main event.
That was a good segue.
New Day versus Usos versus Lucha House Party versus Heavy Machinery versus Rudolph the Red-Nosed Tag Team versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions.
Eminem.
Technically.
It works. Eminem.
Miz and Morrison. And then the second ever Tag Team Elimination Chamber. Do you think they will say the first ever Tag Team Elimination Chamber at all? Do you think they'll just kind of get rid of 2015?
I don't think it was absolutely terrible enough to get rid of. I think
not terrible. They weren't originally planning on airing it. That's why it was a tag team and an IC and no world title.
I don't know that they will mention it because of the controversy surrounding it behind New Day getting all three in there without any talk about all three of them being in there. They didn't win a match.
That's true. New Day, if Kalisto was in it, the New Day and Kalisto could say that they've been in 2 tag team elimination chamber matches.
Usos have not.
See, it was Lucha Dragons, New Day, Ascension, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, Primetime Players, and oh my goodness, who was the 6th tag team? That was a long time ago. Who was even tag teams at that point? Who do we got? Kidd and Cesaro, New Day.
I think it was Usos.
Lucha Dragon. Was it the Usos?
Maybe.
I don't remember them being in there, but I don't remember them not being in there, and it makes sense for them to be in there.
Hurt.
I'm going to say Usos. Maybe the Usos have been in there. I mean, if we're wrong, no one's going to comment on this. No one watches this stuff. So, we'll just look it up after this
Los
video.
Matadores, that's who it was.
Oh, it was Los Matadores. Oh, that tag team. My dumb ass didn't know it was Epico and Primo till they almost quit being Los Matadores.
Even though I told him.
I don't know who I'm going to pick in this match. I think the only intriguing part about this match is it makes sense for anyone to win.
I know who I'm picking.
Who are you picking?
New Day.
Really?
I think that the New Day is going to accidentally screw the Usos out of it, and then they're going to go on to win WrestleMania. Miz and Morrison, New Day, Usos finally get the WrestleMania moment.
I'm going to go Usos WrestleMania moment, but
shit.
I'm going Miz and Morrison.
Yeah.
I just think
New Day can be in there either way. I'm going to go Miz.
Think about it. Heavy Machinery and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Tag Team, they're going their separate ways just because... Actually, that may not be true because I don't think Otis and Ziggler is going to be the feud. I think it's going to be Otis and Mandy versus Sonya and Tucker. I don't know.
That from me.
No, we didn't even watch that episode together.
He stole that.
Anyway, so who knows what Rudolph's going to do? They're probably both going to be in the Andre.
Either way, I'm going Miz and Morrison.
I think it's going to be Miz Morrison, New Day, and Usos at Mania.
Yes. I would not be
That
upset.
match is going to be
I would not
incredible.
be upset if Heavy Machinery was in there and Rude and Ziggler.
No,
I would not.
But it would be kind of pointless because of this match.
Not if it was
I mean,
a ladder match. I mean, it would all make sense.
I guess so.
You
Throw
all
Lucha
got
House
beef.
Party, throw Revival. Revival not being in tag team elimination chambers.
I'm okay with that.
Crying shame.
I'm okay with that because they're in contract negotiations and they're going to be on to better things either way.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So there you have it. That's our Elimination Chamber 2020 predictions.
By the way, if the SmackDown Women's Championship is defended, I'm picking Bayley.
Bayley, I mean, that's Bayley's going into Mania with the title. Whether she's on this show, whether she's not, she's going into Mania with the title.
Yes.
What do we got? We got two more after this. We got Tampa, where Dream's winning the NXT title.
That's what I think.
And then we got Mania, where Drew's going to win the WWE title, and then we will find out.
That's what Vince thinks.
And we will find out. This is great, honestly. Vince McMahon wanted this guy to win the WWE Championship back in 2009. It took him 11 years to get it, but he's going to finally do it.
And Vince is going to hug him backstage, and it will be on a 24.
It will, this is Vince's guy. I think people have kind of forgotten about that. I know they kind of reference the Chosen One, but they forget how much Vince wanted this guy to be the guy when he came in on SmackDown in 2009. And he's finally getting his wish, 11 years, 10 years later.
Hello?
Well, I guess he doesn't care anymore. We got two more predictions. Stay super sweet.